So on 19, this is the next sequence where the police officers, there are plenty of police officers there. Ritan, Prabhu Aditya, Kiran, Nitin Murugan, I want you people to speak right now because now it is a very serious meeting. Swaroop is back in Caribird, and Navalan is back in Caribird, and Vihan has got his squad back, but Vihan did not have his last laugh yet because he tried to execute things, but both Nawab and Sher have really made both Vihan and Swarup look like fools because they humiliated them and even their weapons were ransacked. And for Vihan and Swarup, it is a very personal prestige issue. But friends are always friends. Navalan has come back after all his kidney treatment and heart treatment. So he is going to help them out. But it's a very serious discussion. We can have this as a serious discussion, and all of them are police officers.
So I'm sad for the you not catching the chair and
We didn't have any proof.
What type of weapon he gave us?
Yeah.
That's okay, sir.
Yeah, this is what you gave us.
Emirati.
Yeah, this one.
Emirati.
Emirati weapons, yeah. It just took him seconds to take a
Now talk with them.
Come on, Peter. Where are you?
So,
Just stand with that weapon.
please understand that I was backing you. When Vihan was asking both of you, I was the one who was supporting. Officer, the firing pins were not properly installed in these systems. And it was just a fraction of a second for Sher Malik to get the bullet with bare hands. You understand that? No screwdrivers, no cutting pliers, no fiber pinch. It's just taking that.
Emirati weapons.
Yeah.
And I told you that I will be accompanying you. And you both spoke as if you people were.
You left me also went there.
Oh,
Okay,
you're
now
not
I
saying
can-
Heart patient.
Even though I'm not present, I can walk. Okay, I can talk.
Yeah, you are going
You
to
can actually
have a
get
walk
out.
and talk.
See, he's asking for that.
Bridge it.
Okay.
Firing pin removed. Everyday officers. This is the way that you people working.
We apologize and we are sorry for what had happened and we have.
Man, these two officers' head would have been blasted. Somewhere or other, those two guys, the brothers, were in a good mood. That guy Nawab, he never has any sort of remorse.
He's a psychopath, a literal psychopath.
Yeah.
Sir, we are really sorry,
It was
sir.
saved by his nephew.
But is there any possibility that you can just order some snipers for your own police officers? More snipers, more powerful, sir.
What?
More powerful weapons
What?
they will give again.
What better can be other than Swarup? He is a master sniper.
Yes, sir, he's a very good, we know that we have come across that he's a very good sharpshooter, sir. So if you have any more developed snipers and you with him and we believe in him, sir. And calm down, please don't fight and this is not the time to fight.
Okay, the NBS police officers that are addressing from the video conferencing mode. Do you have any explanation or any idea so that
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, so can I be the like yesterday when I was that official, can I do that again, sir?
Yeah, put on the video.
Okay, sir.
Murari, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Go.
Sir, I have a small doubt, sir.
Yes.
Sir, as Sher Malik, he's an international criminal. Can we use snipers, sir?
Of course they can use. Why not?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, Nitin, you can go.
So I see you guys are back, the boys who ran away and quit their job.
They did not run away. Field officer reporting, sir, they did not run away. They were sent by you for your kind information. You put them in a safe custody. You did not want them to be a part of the operation. And it was you who mentioned that the emirati officers will be handing and coming hand in hand. And you know what best the emirati officers did? They gave the most faulty weapons without the firing pin properly manufactured into the scan. And in a snap of the finger, Sher and Nawab would have taken the heads of Swarup and Vihan. On God's grace.
Even Officer Subramani could have given us better.
Okay, I'll make sure they get better weapons. I'll order some today.
Good. No, yes. Yeah. Right.
So, can we transfer the shooting order again, really quick, back to them?
Well, that only Swaroop and Vihan can answer. And of course, the iron-hearted Ravan can answer.
Very good.
I'm giving you guys the permission to have the shooting order back, and you guys can take full lead on this mission, if you guys are okay with that.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Vihan, I don't know if you remember, but it's me, Kiran Nandita, and I wanted to ask you what you thought about when you went to Sher Malik. What did you think about him? Like, what did he look like? How did he look? Did he look like?
He looked like a grandpa.
I have. Are you working for a news or Tinder or some matchmaking service? What did he look like? What does he say? All these things are asking. He's a
You'll
politician.
never know, but still.
Man, Shani Malik definitely looks much more healthier than Navaran came.
Yeah.
So that's his first qualification. And he's 62 years old. Navaran over here is 27 years old, Assistant Commissioner of Police.
I over-exerted myself during a mission and I have some heart problems. Okay.
You have mission to be fixed in your heart.
Due to a mission that I did for the Indian police. Okay.
They're going to fix pacemaker onto your heart.
Sir,
They are going to
calm down.
replace the pacemaker.
Wait. We have something to discuss very serious. Nothing serious.
Man, I would like to, yeah, it might be sounding like I'm boycotting people like Murari and our senior officers out here. Yeah, the raw agent and DAG are not here. So I would like to say,
Those days, the guy is another stupid. Yeah, you're right. Finally.
Emirati police officers, your services are no longer required. We ask you to take it.
That's what you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, that's what you
Sir,
mentioned.
but for the weapons.
We will take care of our weapons.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God, don't
All
use
our
weapons
weapons.
again. Please.
We were
take
supposed
care.
to use the weapons that you handed over, and the weapon was faulty. How can you trust
Sir, we
again?
know that it was faulty, sir, but even next time we must do it better, right, sir? Maybe we might have checked it properly so that but our weapons are used very nicely.
Yeah, next time will be equal to the street.
We
Noise, you know.
We'll deliver it right
We
now.
need-
That's better.
We need sniper for Swaroop and we need barrel guns for Vihan. Can you sanction?
I need some machine guns also.
Yes, sir, next time we will do it properly.
Yes,
sir.
Yes,
Need a
sir,
better
sir,
answer
we
also,
will do it
yeah.
properly, sir, only this time we have.
Mr. Murari,
Use snipers in that scope.
Mr. Murari,
Yes, Peter Robinson.
I want your sanction to the Emirates officer. Nagaland needs a machine gun, Swaroop needs a sniper, and Vihan needs a barrel gun.
A real
Missile launcher
sniper.
also.
Is
So
there an
give me
answer?
some assault rifles and I will itself take care of that old one.
And these are strong
Take care of
youngsters.
Yeah.
These are strong youngsters. We both did our college education together, and I know about my friends. I'm not speaking as a fellow cop here. I'm speaking as their own friends. And disrespecting my friends will not be allowed thereafter. Will you be sanctioned? And then we will be making use of the Emirati officers. help.
Yeah, sure,
Yes,
sir.
of course.
1 minute, Nitin. I will just
Yeah,
hold
okay.
you. So, sir, as Naglan said that machine gun and snipers, I would like to give, sir. Is it possible? I'm willing to give the snipers and machine guns mainly.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, of course.
Sir, this is James here, who you met in the museum, sir. So, can I also join you, sir?
Yes, sir. Okay, please. Now that a consensus has been made, there was lack of confidence on the Emirati officers, but Vihan, Nagaland, and Swaroop had their own minds made up. But Murari is also giving a staunch support that they will be supplying with new, refurbished, and reinforced materials for taking care of Sher Malik and Nawab. Now, the discussion is narrowed down towards Mujib. So, Vihan elicits the discussion about Mujib here, but some people are really not comfortable with speaking about Mujib. But Vihan is trying to reveal about Mujib, but people are not willing to listen. And now, Peter Robinson, not wary of Mujib's real instillment into this entire project, asking some questions to Vihan, Nagaland, and Swaroop as friends. but it is being condemned because they are speaking like college friends. Balaji and Hariharan, and of course the lady officers condemned them that you don't speak like police officers, you are speaking like friends, and are there any secrets that you are keeping? So that discussion is going to happen right now. That's it. And that's the final edge of the sequence, and then we are moving to perhaps the climax. 3, 2, 1, go.
So, officers, I have a very important thing to tell you. There's a new guy in their gang named Mujib.
Sir,
He's a smart guy that's
He's a
starting.
good
Oh my
sir.
god! When see that.
he's a person who betrayed us.
Wait.
Sir, let us not speak.
Who's Mujib?
So I also don't know. He keeps on wait. You know Nawab, right? That guy Mujib saved Nawab. Yeah.
Yes, Abdul.
Sir, Mujib, I saw the guy going towards that Sheikh Buddha hideout, sir, and I heard that his name is Mujib, and he wants to say, he wants to join his team.
Yeah.
Wait,
And that.
are you keeping me dark about an important information?
No.
I wasn't aware of Mujib in this entire
We
mission.
came to know about it today, right?
Today, right?
Yeah.
Yes, right.
Only after
Some misunderstanding is happening here, right?
No, not this.
Hey, that Mujib is so talented. You know.
Hey,
Sir, it's not necessary that we should.
yes, it is a
We have to
necessity to
speak about it. He's our opponent. We have to speak about it.
Me and my bro Peter, we also don't know what
Wait, I'll explain. You'll explain.
Are there
Just now
secrets
you-
being kept?
No.
Sorry.
No secrets.
What is
doing the
this?
same thing.
They're doing the same thing they did in that summer.
You always keep both of us silent, okay?
But we did.
Going back to the college life.
Only this morning we came to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but நீங்க எல்லாம் வந்துட்டு yeah, put some அவன் மேடம்
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
3 to 1 go back in time. You always keep both of us in silence, you understand?
This morning only we came to know that.
Yeah.
Like in that project, when they
When
didn't even tell us about that part that they got.
Stop about that, please.
And the
Oh, now
birthday,
like-
and the
explain.
birthday party.
When they that
Correct.
Don't talk about all this here.
Hey, wait. I've been telling you ever since our college life.
how dare you disrespect my friend? How dare you? You are illegal here.
Yeah. This is not your presentation. Give the gun.
This guy is quality. Take our out.
Yeah.
How dare you do this? You also, idiot, for not telling me about that. You music or whatever is there.
Don't even run for our country.
Ma'am, assalamu alaikum. Thank you. I'm really sorry.
Why should you apologize?
Yeah. How can you apologize?
She is
For a
your
flash of a second, I forgot that this is a police station. We four were very good friends ever since our school days, and I got into the intimacy. Please understand.
Stop being secret.
Okay.
We are not being secret, okay?
Hello.
You guys are the new
Hello,
people here.
ma'am. You cannot speak this much louder by giving faulty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the right point.
You didn't even know the sound of firing pin and now you are coming here.
Yeah. Demonic.
You apologize, but that doesn't. Yeah, she says she has already apologized. You apologize, but that doesn't mean that you have to pick your colors every time. It's friends talk. Okay.
Yeah.
This police
This is police
station.
And that is right, this is police station, this is Indian police station.
You don't
There is
have
no-
the manners of allowing other people to compete itself. They do.
There should not be fight between two police departments or two different countries. That is okay.
Wait, calm down. They do. They two are not friends. And
Why
they
you
are
recommend
There
this?
should be unity in this meeting. What unity? What unity? What unity?
Give us
Why is
this
it
one.
சொன்ன ரெண்டு கண்ட்ரிக்கு நடுவுல இருக்க போலீஸ் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் சண்டை வேண்டாம் நம்ம ஒண்ணா இருக்கணும் அந்த ரெண்டு கண்ட்ரிங்கிறது ரொம்ப முக்கியம் இல்லை அது வந்து we should be
Okay, now I agree to
Oh, no.
Ivara, when Nagulan and Mitra are arguing very sharp, get up, be like a police officer, stop it up, and please understand that there should be a proper unity between two different police departments of two different countries. You know, this is my unity of the Ready, 3, 2, 1, go.
Don't gather.
Calm down.
Yeah.
This is a
Wow, you belong to Subramani. Come on, Subramani. What do you want?
stop this.
Stop it.
What is that?
We are two countries and we want to unity in this meeting. And we should not fight like this to stop this.
Hey, stop this. Okay. Stop this.
What is going on?
Hey, We have two different countries, and we have to have meeting between us.
சரியா கத்துடா சரி ஓகே டேக் 3 ஓகே ஃபயர் பண்றோம் சரியா 3 2 1 no ma'am we don't care what you say okay you are not what somebody big one
Why making this good weapon?
come on it doesn't even matter this we should be uniting these two countries in the police department we should not fight like this
Yes, sir.
if they had sent us some competent police officers we wouldn't be fighting like this
Yeah, good improvement, Javier. Very good. Stop this was much better than stop it. Right. Okay. I'm going to take your seat.
Wait.
Ma'am,
I'm the head of
I cannot. Wait.
This is evidence in India.
Hey, this is time.
Mumbai, okay?
Hey, this is time for your aspirin. Okay, medicine.
Take him to the hospital.
He is medically acclaimed person, and I can't allow you to disrespect my
Don't
friend.
take him, sir. How will you react when you
Riya,
say
Saru, shall we just focus on the criminals around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would have blown my head away.
You know the situation.
I've seen the blood pressure. Don't worry.
I already broke 2 machines in the hospital. Please go to
Go. Please take it.
This is police department's dumb mission, so please don't worry.
Not good.
Ma'am, sit down.
I have to speak to him. Karan sir, I know all the limits here. I know what I should speak and what not to speak. I'm the head of TMR TSKF and he's the head of TMR TSKF and there
He is the head of the Indian
Sorry.
Okay.
This itself we are
Hey,
making.
Azan, out of here.
Sorry.
He's the head of the Indian SKF. And we had some argument and who are they to defend us?
Who are we?
Who are we?
We are the goddamn police. We are the Indian SF. Subramani, you be quiet. Nine more hospital tablets. Sit down.
Head or head?
Ma'am, that's what I told you. You're adding fuel to the fire. Please sit down.
Let's meet this words.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Let's not major on things. It's not about between you and us. It's between us and Sher and Nawab. Sir, we need your orders to carry the weapons that Murari is sanctioned. And these people have given the promise that they are going to give major weapons.
They have full sanction.
He has to sign, man. He has to sign.
Sign the order.
Murari has sent the facts and that file is open and he's not signing.
Sir, put the print properly, sir.
How will you say? How will you say? How will we kill the no?
Show some respect. You speak all this and you will faint and you will go to the hospital.
This time I will go and meet that idiot. What is his name?
You don't know the name.
Saif Malik. He'll make you faint again.
See,
Okay.
Other time you will not consider.
I'll shoot. I can't even shoot you because you gave us party guns. I sanction that all the weapons can be used in the Indian and the Emirati police.
Thank you.
The party weapons.
Yeah, party weapons.
Party weapons.
Once I get this stuff.
Yes, brother.
What?
He has signed all the.
You belong to our police or do you belong to the Emirati police?
Yeah.
He is always supporting them. It's also in some weird different.
Okay, wait. Peter Robinson reporting to the national. Video.
Sir, you are not audible, sir. You are muted.
கஷ்டத்துக்கு போராடிட்டு கேட்கிறேன்
யாரை மீட் பண்ணிட்டாங்க நான் என்ன செய்யணும்
சரி நம்ம கத்திட்டு இருந்த கிரேடிங்ல கத்திட்டு இருக்கோம்
Who muted me? Who muted me?
Sir, sorry to say this, sir. Ritika muted, sir.
I just can't help this idiotic behavior. I don't know.
You missed out on Oscar-worthy performance. Sorry.
Sir, அதான் முன்னாடி சொல்லி சொல்லுறேன்.
Yes, no, sir. When it was muted, I said, sir.
Okay, right. So the sequence has gone like this. The emirati officers have signed for much advanced weapons for Rihan, Nagulan and Swaroop. And now the climax comes and Dakshin Siddharth will explain what the next sequence is.
So now we are in the hideout of Sher Malik, sir. So basically, Sher is firing instructions to each and every person, sir.
Okay.
You have to be here. You have to be near the secret. You have to be in this near the secret chamber like this, sir.
Okay.
So they're just planning out, sir, like what they can do. This hideout is independently for the gang alone, so no one will come in here. You'll just take a look at the blueprint of the museum and you'll be firing instructions. So, like we can include a lot of things, like me and him fighting over some petty issues.
Now, ரொம்ப வேகமா பேசுங்க.
Yes, sir.
சரி, டக்கு நான் சொல்றேன்.
Like one of the small type situations.
ஆமா, நான் வந்து இதை பார்த்துட்டு நீ வேற சார் போட்டுருக்கேன், அங்க இருந்துட்டேன். ஸோ டக்கு நான் சொல்றேன், நீங்க சொல்லுங்க. வேற ஏதாவது ஸ்பான்டேனியஸ் கொஸ்டின்ஸ் கேளுங்க. You have to make it live.
Okay, sir. In the climax, someone has to spin off as Mujib, sir. Because we need both Mujib and Rihan at that point.
Like person has to be. Oh, very good.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
வர்ஷனையும் தர்ஷனையும் நர்மனையும் இனி ஸ்பின் ஆஃப் பண்ண வைக்கிறாங்க. அவங்க மெயின் யூட்டிலிட்டி தீபன்.
Yes.
நிறைய கொண்டு பெருசா ஸ்கோப் இருக்கு.
Now, sir. Last.
Nawab
class right now.
Nawab and Dr. Rihan share with the Opal.
முஜீப் நாட்டுக்கு அவர்
Sir, undercover irpa sir. Actually, Mujib நினைப்பா விஹானும் நம்மளும் சேர்ந்து ஷேர் பண்ணலாம். அப்புறம் பார்த்தா விஹான் திடீர்னு டர்ன் பண்ணி அவன் காலை சுற்றுவான் சார். இப்போ முஜிப் ரமேஷ் துரை அதுக்கப்புறம் முஃப்டில இருந்து அதுக்கப்புறம் கீழே விடுவான் சார். அப்புறம் ஸ்மோக் பாம்பை தூக்கி போட்டு 3 பேர் தப்பிச்சுவான் சார்.
ஸோ அந்த முஜீபை பிளே பண்ணுறது
ஆமாம் சார், அந்த சீன் மட்டும் முஜிப்
புல்லட் வாங்கி ஏகியோ அதுலேயே ready, 3, 2.
மோசஸ் பண்ணிக்கோ சார். நீங்களா சார் கிரண் கேட்குறீங்க? மோசஸ் பண்ணிக்கோ.
Any suggestions by online team? Anybody wants to speak?
Come on. இப்போதே நான் லைன் ஆஃப்
அவன் ஒருத்தன்டா.
ஐஸ்கிரீம் மாலுக்குள்ள கார் போல.
Ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1, share money is enter.
Yes, sir.
Right? So, ready? கொஞ்சம் பேசுங்க.
Okay. So he said we will be speaking right, sir.
So, 3, 2, 1, go.
I don't care what you think, okay? You do what he says, you do what I say.
I don't care about what you say.
How can
I
you
saved your life. I saved your life.
Good morning, sir.
We saved your life.
Good morning, sir.
No, you didn't.
Good morning, chief.
Good morning, chief.
Good morning, chief.
I didn't know this.
We will stand.
Yes, chief.
I have one simple question.
Yes, chief.
Can I entrust the main responsibility to the blood half of me that is now and you are? Can I just say this?
Sanjay, kid ji.
What are these
What will
two,
you do?
Sure. Answer yes or no. Thank you for this question. Yes or no?
It's obviously got to be.
Huh.
Serious. Gee, no. God, I'm getting confused because of this scoundrel.
As a matter of fact, I have made my mind. I'm going to entrust him.
He doesn't know anything, chief. He's a kid.
Because you people are fighting the Karen house. So I just.
Yeah,
I give you one last warning. If you are put your hands. I give you one last warning. If you both are fighting, then I have no mercy in giving you this.
Chief, he keeps on ordering.
He's the one who gives all these new and modern ideas as if they are going to work.
Sir,
I saved you, don't forget.
the police.
Say they want simple goddamn thing again and again. I saved your mother twice. Okay?
You didn't save me, right? Come on.
Remember, you didn't even be born.
Sit down, man. Yeah, kill him, chief.
Sit down, sir.
Sit down.
Sir, don't commit this sin, sir. It is your own brother, sir. Sir, you are going to achieve this, sir. Then you can believe completely in your own brother.
Believe in me.
You see, it's better to have these people. That is
See,
also
who? People like him.
Right, sir.
Chief. You
Moses,
didn't mention
shut up.
that I was the most talented robber in your gang.
I did. But
Yeah.
now I changed my mind. Shut up.
You are the most problematic.
Look, At 6 o'clock a.m., at 6 a.m. in the morning, you are straight away into the security. And you being the backup, you will be taken care of the security. Alright?
Okay, sir.
Chief, they're trying to trick you to give the leadership to them. Don't do this.
So, no one is okay.
That was we said in character. That was we said in character. We were both telling that they are trying to take the leadership. Me and that's not it. That was in character. Sorry. That was in character.
At 6 o'clock a.m. you want to remain security. And 6:50, the chief doing on a parallel basis, you are in the main. That two ladies have already been taken care of. Now are taken care of. Is it boy safe? Arrested?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But we are in trouble.
Why?
My hand is running out of money. Where can I go and get DNA written?
You were talking about giving the leadership to him. Vijay.
I was taking care of him, you know. Hey, friend. That's not that. No problem, sir. For 2 days.
They bring me also later on. They bring me also. Bring him also. Let's have a feast.
Do we have some more girl criminals so that I can get to these candidates?
Sir, I have some contacts, sir.
Whoa,
Don't believe them, chief.
Sir, he's my chief, sir. You both are my chief. Sir, he's my friend, sir.
He's my brother, but I'm sure.
Sir, I have more contacts, sir. We'll let you know soon, sir.
Let him know.
When she's when she is taking care of the security, you are into the main office. Right? And you are alerting all the security guards of the Opal room, and you are making some action towards CCTV camera. You are switching it off, and so that these two people will get. Okay. And that by that time, what you are doing is you are making an emergency situation coming alive, so that the local cops will be going outside the room. You understand that?
Okay, sir.
Right. So and you have to be along with him and make the emergency situation as much lively as possible. And you are.
Thank you. Yeah.
When this emergency situation is arrested by this guy and this guy, you should be straight away watching into the Opals.
Yeah, I kill anyone who's present there.
No, you're not scratching anyone. You understand that? Bob is an expert in killing. Even he is not allowed to kill anyone.
He kills what?
Nobody. You are not killing anyone. You are not killing anyone.
Okay, at least yesterday you said there was I will have the chance to fight.
Official announcement: Syed is the chief of everything here from this minute.
Chief.
Okay.
I was just asking.
Small change in your plan.
I was just asking a question. Yesterday you said that I would have the pleasure. I mean, like the chance of fighting these two guys. So yeah, I'll blow your head away in a second.
That's my plan is out, and these two people are going
No,
to be.
chief, you have some small changes, you know.
Okay.
Near the Opal, you know that Peter Robinson, right?
Yeah.
He will be standing, whatever it happens. Even the police officer gets killed, he will be standing. So
You know,
we
the
have
only
option.
one threat that we have is not Vihan, not Swarup, not Navadan, but that guy.
So we need to kill
Chief,
him.
that bulky. Yeah. I'll take it. No.
Bulky,
No.
bulky,
Bulky.
bulky.
Tall,
Yeah.
6'4", muscular, handsome, Greek god looking guy.
That doesn't
Nobles.
some important thing to be here. There's some other
The rule is not well written.
some dangerous things happening in the business. So you have to be taking care of it, sir.
You know what? I am putting her in check because she
Chief,
is
chief,
You
girl.
understand that?
Just
Chief, but
You stay in check.
I work
Sir,
here.
or I take it
Yeah,
care.
And
as long as it isn't these
And if
two
any boycotting happens, if any boycotting or breach of your orders happens, I'll go there.
Okay, sir.
Stay there.
Thank you, sir.
Chief. So we are literally shifting Opal to the secret chamber, right? Without their knowledge.
And now you are streamlining your focus towards me once I have recruited that girl as chief. And my
I
mind
have
is
many
made
plans,
up.
Chief.
My mind is made up that girl remains the chief. You understand that? I'm not the chief here. You understand that?
Yeah.
Since the righteousness is not going to be given to him, for you and for him, and it is to her. And I mean, girls are more trustworthy than you three idiots.
Chief, I'm your
I will
nephew.
follow you instead of following.
I am boycotting my brother and nephew, god damn it. Why do I care? Why do I care about
Nephew, I'm younger than you. You must not move.
Under any circumstance, if there is a threat happens, the person who dies should be shared by, not no one. You understand? Everybody. If there is a danger, the bullet is sharpening, and if it is fastening, that body should be shared by its body. It should not happen.
We will not leave the chief.
And if anybody is hurting Nawab, or it may be, no matter what, I will cut their hair. And you idiot beat that.
Yeah, I protect him as always.
We won't have to protect.
Sir, we will take care of everything, sir. Both will not happen. Killing either Nawab or either you, sir.
Thank you.
Both the things will be safe, sir.
Thank you. Disperse, and you are going to have sleep only for 1.5 hours. The time is 12:45 a.m. now, and you are waking up at 3 o'clock, and you are supposed to go to sleep. By 5 o'clock, the Opal should be in our hands, and we are catching our private jet. You understand that?
Yes.
Any questions? Any questions? Any questions?
Very happy.
Any questions?
Yes.
We'll get it.
Hey, any
I have a
questions?
question. I have.
Your beer is cancelled. Okay, go to bed.
What? Come on, that's it.
Please. இங்க பாருங்கடா obedience. இங்க பாருங்கடா obedience. இங்க பாருங்க. ஏதாவது ஒரு சேஞ்ச் இருக்கா, ஏதோ ஒரு ஆர்ட் இருக்கான்னு பாருங்கடா. அப்படியே ஸ்டாட்டிக்கா உட்கார்ந்து லிசன் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க.
Again, women of the match, man of the match. Yeah, sir. Yet you will look at it.
ரித்விகா,
Okay.
மியூட் பண்ணாதீங்க. இங்க இருக்கிறடா.
Sir, now in the next sequence, sir, the police officers are planning.
This is the last sequence of the session today, and we will be having the culmination of the skit tomorrow. And after the culmination of the skit, we will have a learning discussion for 5-10 minutes. That is, the chairs will be put up very close to the camera, and we will be having a learning discussion. And after that, the next activity, we will have a little bit of relief because
Suppose
Celebration. Oh, it is celebration. Celebration.
today is a final good day. So day 500, and they wanted some cultural activities or something to happen. So,
Yes.
you have to plan.
Yes.
Right, okay, explain the last sequence of the day.
Sir, so now Vihan takes over, sir, and he fires orders to everyone, sir. Like,
They're not fighting out of that.
sir,
Where?
அங்க அவங்க prepare பண்ணிட்டு Yes, sir.
Not even.
அதான் sir கேட்கறேன். இப்ப நாளைக்கு போடணும்.
அதை எடிட் பண்ணும்போது நான் பேக்ரவுண்ட் மியூசிக் தான் போடுவோம். சரி. இதெல்லாம் போடுவோம்.
அப்படி சும்மா ஆக்ஷன் எடுக்காது.
ஆமா, part place action வந்துருக்காங்க.
அதான் இருக்கு.
சரி வா 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 நீ அந்த ஸ்பாட்டுக்கு வா.
ஓகே.
நான் வந்து இங்க பீட்டர் ராபின்சன் for the first time. Okay, பீட்டர் ராபின்சன் will never sit.
நீங்க சொல்லணும்.
Please, now the final sequence of the day, but not the final sequence of the skit. The final sequence of the skit. The final sequence of the skit will be tomorrow. Are we having anybody in the online?
sir, just four.
Oh,
5 people, sir.
5 people.
3, 2, 1, go.
So, hello officers. Tomorrow is the day when the war is going to be executed, and tomorrow our mission is going to be accomplished. So, first of all, the Emirati officers will take care of the left wing of the museum. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
They have to prevent anyone. I mean, you have to safeguard that particular wing of the museum. At least that.
We will
Yeah.
do a night behind and I will guide them.
Yeah, don't carry these weapons, okay?
We will give you weapons.
Yeah, we and anyone who comes near you.
Even officers.
You know,
Sir,
sir, please take a
yes,
walk
sir,
in
we are
talking
also
mind.
officers.
Sir, he is a human bomb. That's himself.
You are officers. We didn't know. Thanks for informing.
That's okay.
Ooh!
So,
Guys, I'm very much happy to tell you that even if we are not able to catch Skit Malik, we must make sure that the Opal is safe. No. We need to catch that idiot. Whatever we do, we put the gun to both of our best friends.
He's going to be admitted in the hospital tonight. I think all the symptoms that we see, experiment So we are going to be one man shot.
Chairman,
So
Chairman.
we better speak to some of the area officers here, and we can have a buffer person
Emiratis.
instead of no officers too. Okay. So in another 30 minutes we will be falling fainted down, and I will have to call the ambulance.
No! Calm down, please.
Mr. P, how are you saying it is your friend?
Thanks, sir.
That shows.
I am saying this only because he is my friend. Because I know when he will faint, and I know when he will cry. I know when he will.
They gave you medicine. Okay. And they are at least other 2 hours.
It's not sufficient to be awake. You have to carry the weapon and kill the people.
Sorry, I can't give people giving and I can't follow them.
It's not about killing. We are going to arrest
They are
Share.
teammates.
We are going to arrest Share and Nawab. You know what? If you have so much of guts, show this to Nawab.
Where's the idiot?
Sit down.
Where's the idiot psychopath Nawab or whatever his name is?
355 kilometers out of here.
No, God, no,
Book a helicopter. Book a helicopter right now.
Helicopter riders on the street, man.
He has to give the instruction.
Come on, Rahul.
Sit up.
If you were present
He did.
on the site that day, you would have fainted that itself by looking at Share Malik.
No, we'll make it simpler. So the guy go is better. So,
See here, done it. Mr. Vihan.
If I had the first thing that's going on, this is what happened in that party, okay? Mind it. I was the only one who was not drunk that day.
Mr. Vihan, sir.
Anything is going on, guys. Focus.
so he is going to be a little drowsy for the next 20 minutes. So nothing to get panicked. And whatever he speaks, it will be little. The pace will be very slow. So please don't feel this up.
What's your name?
Will you be taking part in the mission? Or
After 12 hours, not now. Yeah, you carry it. That's
Yeah.
going to happen.
so can I be what
Yes, sir. So, Mr. Vihan, sir, tomorrow the show that's going to happen is under the head and the typhoon Sheikh Mansur, who is my brother. And what all happens? I got carabin.
Never sleep. Dream of something big. Choose.
What about the externals?
Give him some sleeping pills, Peter, please. Got sleeping pills.
I speak.
Chocolate.
Speaking.
Chocolate.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done and easy. Okay, please.
Who's that? Is it Share Malik? Everyone's fancy. Everyone's fancy.
Okay, please. Online team, we are going to close and parents have started coming. We are going to leave. So, Nirna, Ritan, Prabhu Aditya, and Mirdubashni. I don't think anybody else is there. Kavin and Nitin. Keep shining, live strong. We will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Bye, sir, and everyone.
Bye,
Keep
sir.
standing strong.
Bye, bye, friends. Keep standing strong.
Sir, declaration of the Republic Federation.
Yeah, Sir said right.
Oh,
Team Hariharan is winner.
thank you, sir.
Good job, team. Good job, Arya. Good job, Balaji. Good job, Balaji.
Good job, team.
Team Hariharan plays 1 and Team Krishnan plays 2.
Congratulations.
Okay, so now, a couple of days back, we finished the skit where Sher and his brother Nawab had been planning. So here, Hariharan is going to play the role Nawab, and he's spinning off. Yes, of course, Nagaran is present in the online form, but that is not good enough and sufficient. So Hariharan will be spinning off the role. And in the press conference, it is going to be a reality check of how the security has been installed for protecting the Opal stone. So a person from the online team start as a press conference executive, and you can start asking questions. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, sir. Do you think the security will hold for as much officers as you put for security? Do you think the security will hold?
Yes, ma'am. Securities are really highly qualified officers were selected for this mission. So I think they will hold it until this exhibition ends. So I don't think so. The Opal will be robbed very easily by the robbers.
Yeah, can't be wrong. We have the world's best security also.
And we have the biggest team hired by the Indian Police Administration. Mr. Vihan is a very big proof, and Mr. Swaroop is another proof. And ironically speaking, I can be at the tail end, Peter Robinson, who is reporting here in front of you. So,
Peter.
yes.
Why did you leave front of police? Subramani.
And what about me? I'm my friend, Emirati officer.
Superintendent Subramanian and Emirati officer Sophia Sultana, of course. We have the man himself, the owner of the Opal. So we have that emotional bonding that is attached, and we are not going to let the Opal stone take it. Next question, please.
Sir, do you have any backup?
Sorry?
Continue, sir.
So he says you need a backup.
No problem, you have asked the question, repeat it, Alex asked you.
No, Marina, you ask.
Okay, sir, thank you, sir. Okay, sir.
Marina asks and Prabhuatya continues.
Okay, sir. So, how many levels of security are going to take place? Yes, even for press reporters, it was checked like 3 days before. From 3 days, it has been processed. And what about the visitors?
And the sister of Mr. Manzoor, Sophia, will answer this question. She is also an Emirati police officer.
So your name is Miss Mirna, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. So actually, ma'am, at the entrance of the museum itself, we have a very big force, ma'am. So through that, Vihan sir and Swaroop sir only arranged for that, and they will be actually safeguarding the Opal, and that is the first level, ma'am. And so on each time in every block, that is we have about 2 to 3 blocks, and in every block we will be having like 20 to 30 officers who will be safeguarding this Opal. And near the Opal itself, we have some police officers. At the same time, as Vihan sir mentioned, we have some Emirati officers too to safeguard. And at the same time, simultaneously, they will be taking some steps to catch the criminal, that is Ashir Malik.
Please. Yeah, okay, fine. So, the freeze, Prabhuatya, you can go.
Yes, sir. So, sir, may I know what backup plans you have for if the Opal have been stolen?
Absolutely, we always go with plan B, and when we are making a task force meeting, exclusively when it is between the friends, you people have already been knowing and you have read the newspaper, reading a very important news, that is myself, Swaroop, Vihan and other police officers, the college friends, and college friends, focus. College friends, so we will be really able to have our own level of gelling. So I think that kind of emotional attachment that we all have within ourselves will be really helpful for us. And answering your question, the backup plan, plan B, is Peter Robinson will be considered as the suicidal executive for taking care of the entire action that is happening. That is, if plan A does not work, I have already told to Mr. Vihan and Mr. Swaroop that I will be going on a sacrifice mode and I will take whatever steps and do whatever it takes for safeguarding. And if it is taking to relieve my soul away for the mission's accomplishment, I'll do that. So plan B is Peter Robinson's. So plan B is Mission Peter Robinson. Hope that answers the question, Mr. Prabhu Aditya.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Who's next? Next.
So, sir, is there any underground tunnel to get the Opal?
Why would we take the Opal and the underground tunnel when we are supposed to protect it? Do you think this is a press conference of the East members and criminals? We are the police officers here.
Only terrorists can do that.
Only terrorists can do that. Why are you thinking in that way? Shall I send the constables to your place to check who you really are? You might be a transforming member or a messenger to Sher Malik. Why are you speaking like this? Who are you? Which press are you reporting to?
I am special force, sir.
Yeah. Superintendent Subramani. Superintendent Subramani has got special force. If there is any person whom you are supposed to be scared of on the earth, is Superintendent Subramani. Okay. Any other questions?
Yes, sir, to Ms. Sophia.
Yes, Ms. Purna ma'am.
What made you to specifically mention about Share Malik?
Yes, ma'am. They are taking many steps. We could recognize that because there is many things. It is becoming very tedious, ma'am, and we could see it with our own eyes. And that's why we have some plan to be made, and those are confidential. Myself, Vihan sir, Swarup sir, and two Manikandan Sundaresan. I am the superintendent of police. Had some secretive meeting, and we have many plans, ma'am. As Peter Robinson said about the plan, we have other plans too. And those are confidential, ma'am, and we assure that this Opal will not be stolen, and we, as a family member of Sheikh Mansoor, we will protect it ourselves, ma'am.
Yeah, who was the next questioner? So, Ms. Myrna, hope your questions were answered.
Yes, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah, Ritvika?
Sir, okay, sir. So, do you think this Opal will be safe here? You believe in your security?
Yes, ma'am. We do believe in our security. And the left wing of the museum, which is very important, will be headed by a heart patient sir. So he might be a heart patient, but still his heart is as strong as an iron. So we have all our trust on him, and we have Peter Robinson who will be directly before the Opal. So we'll be just 10 feet away from the Opal. So we have a very good team of police officers, and definitely the Opal will be safe.
And adding on, you being a female performer in the press, the international press, you should be proud that we have got female officers as well. Officer Sultana, Officer Sophia herself over here, and we have our chief safeguarder of this entire museum. There's a female force that we have got, and one of the few stocks of people who are ready to prove to the world that ladies are definitely not inferior than men. So with all this battalion, we don't even see even a glimmer possibility of Opal being theft. Hope that answers your question, Ritvika ma'am.
Yes, sir. But
Any other questions?
I have, sir.
Yeah.
So even after hearing the name Share Malik, do you still believe that your Opal will be, Opal will be safe?
Ma'am, your grandfather Gopal is not in the skit.
No, Gopal is the son of Swarup.
Gopal is the son of Swarup. And Subramani also has a cousin. Super Subbu has a cousin. His name is also Gopal. We are speaking about Opal, ma'am. We are speaking about Opal. Okay, to answer your question, for making a beast.
Gopal, sir. I spelled as Gopal, sir.
That was a joke. Okay, so in order to answer your question, the brothers who are trying to make the feast, they are ready to sacrifice their life. But a person who is protecting the Opal stone, will he not sacrifice his life?
And kill them.
That's what I told. That's what I told. So this time, if Vihan is not really standing up to his mark, he will have to answer the questions of the raw agent and the IG of police who are really sitting on Vihan's brain because they have roasted him a couple of weeks back and he is avenging. So good that he has got his friends. Swarup is there, Nagulan is there, Peter Robinson is here. So we all will be able to do proper justice. And belief is the key word. We are a bunch of believers, and that's what is really making us live.
So you missed out.
Super, super. Any other question?
Yes, sir. I have a question.
Yeah.
So, judging by you haven't got Share Malik and you've been searching for him for 6 years,
if you were to come face to face with Sher Malik uh, sorry, sir, can I restart and restate the statement?
Yeah, control all, delete, shut down yourself, reboot, restart, and then insert another boot disk like 1992 Windows system, and then start. Come on.
Okay, sir. Judging by the way you haven't caught Sher Malik and you've been looking for him for 6 years, if you were to come face to face with Sher Malik, will you be able to catch him or
I'll kill him.
will you
Put him into his
escape?
head. What are you asking now? Ask Peter Robinson himself.
Are you reporter or author? Because it looks like you're getting ideas for your book.
Yeah.
The first thing that we will do by looking at Sher Malik is we will send Nagulan in front of him. And we will check if his heart condition is properly working by having a glad look at his face. If Nagulan faints, then it means it's a disadvantage for us. If Nagulan is not fainting and he is surviving in front of Sher Malik and his brother Nawab, it means Nagulan himself is sufficient for taking care of them. So it might be sounding as if
What Naglan himself?
if you are not fainting, I am saying it in a big way, I am trying to raise your self-esteem. If you are not fainting away, it means you yourself are capable enough to capture the brothers. That's what it
Then
is.
he can't do that. Sorry.
Friends, with us, right from the college life, we have never trusted Naman. But myself and Saurabh had always been trusting Naman.
Yeah,
Understand? Because the trust was so hard. Because in the first year I told you that this guy will become a heart patient, I told you. And my belief was right. And he became a heart patient, right?
Because of that, better you give him 2,000 rupees.
Yeah, correct, exactly. Right?
And he got 2,000 rupees.
Yeah, I
He
still
still
have
hasn't
it.
given me that 50% at least.
I still have it. You first, I think I'll have to give a lot of money for taking care of your medical expenses. So along with it, I'll give you 50%. It's it.
It's not for video, sir. Then she can explain.
Probably will take care of that thing with the protect it.
I have parts for Hari.
Yeah, so as of now, you get into this press report mode, and the next sequence I'll explain what you're supposed to do. Okay. I get that you are able to hear. Okay. So you have another question. The person is not able to put on the voice, but the person has sent an email, and I would like to read out the question. She's from America. Are you thinking that it might be Sher Malik, or any chances that it will be any other thief that could come and make this east? Why are you stereotyped with Sher Malik and Nawab? If somebody else will come and pick this Opal, what will you do? That's what one of the press reporters from the United States of America is asking. Swarup will answer this. Yes, as she rightly asked, and that's a very smart question, by the way. As she rightly asked, that could be somebody else. We don't have plans for that.
Yeah, but that is evidential that he released a video on that for method theft will become only on the Opal, so that's going to be his only aim. So we think other than him, no one can steal it very easily because he have the experience of handling 299 cases very easily. So only him can, only he can come enter this hall very easily and without any sort of very easily.
Easily?
No, without us.
Are you joking?
You are so sensitive, man. I mean, calm down.
Calm down.
He's trying to give the answer. You know, that question might be a trap as well. Who knows? That person is also a member from Share Malik's hub. You are loosening the knots.
Someone else will take 1 minute. If share money, you will take 5 minutes.
Okay, in the end, Aditya, out of character, it's so good from your side to get into the process. Good job. Any other questions to my friends? Okay, the officers, Mr. Vian and Swaru. Right. So in that case, the press is confiding on that, on us. So we will wait for the DK.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So now we have the Opal over here and we have a tight security around it. So the police officers are waiting for Sheikh Malik to come and they want to catch him, but he doesn't seem to come. So I don't want to reveal everything now itself. So let's see how the scene goes.
Who are all the
police officers, sir, and Chief Mansur himself will be seated here, sir.
Take a chair for you. Take a chair for you.
No, the parents are.
No.
Hey.
Right, ready, 3. Nothing wrong. Good job. So, are we having any unexpected twist over here? Anybody
Not
from,
here, sir.
Anybody from Share and Nawab's hub trying to contact you or something?
Trying to contact me, sir.
Okay.
Sir, or else we can have
No. Do it as per your plan. Come.
Opal engagement. Huh? Opal engagement.
Say, go. Quick. Alright, so next sequence. We got any questions? Sorry. Nawab. Ready? 3.
So you'll be near it. No, you'll be very much near the Opal.
Me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hope you love.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
wait a minute, sir. Yes, sir.
Give me my pistol. No, thank you. Ready? Come on.
Ready, sir. Now ready, sir.
Opal, baat hai.
Okay, ready. Come on, Darshan. Hey, Bandra, time is up. Chill.
Yeah, Nawab. Say, அடுத்த scene வரும்.
Ready? 3. Don't hide. Do on 11. Darshan, you can do it. Nidana, Rihan. Okay, start sequence. 3, 2, 1, go.
Namaste, sir. How are you feeling, sir?
Louder.
So we have this Opal product security. From this all security strong now?
Yes, sir. See, sir. You have the rest of
See, sir. Brother, I think this morning I'm having a sharp one. See.
Sir, Dubai made sir advance security.
When you go somewhere, you not go.
Yeah, the assistant director.
Madam, you both look very, not even, you look very,
Did you have a table this morning?
no, she looks very suspicious.
Yes.
Ask her if something's wrong.
Guns
Assistant
down.
director, museum.
Guns down.
Assistant director, what movie?
Okay.
What movie?
Huh?
Assistant director,
This-
what movie?
Hey,
Yeah,
Riya.
use him now.
Hey, Riya.
Do you know something we don't know?
Riya, this is why the raw agent and DAG are pissed off. You see, he's asking such a stupid question without knowing what it is
Look
about.
at that.
That's the museum director. Put it on your head.
It's
Sharp.
a hard question.
That's okay. It's okay.
Yes.
Okay, so to answer the question to Mr. Mansur, yes, security has been tightened up. It's Z level security, Z level security, and we got all our prime officers heading off.
So we hired that cyber security people, immunity people.
I'm also one of them.
Your own sister is belonging to the NIT office. So what are you going to do by having the cybersecurity people? You're calling them as if you're going to give them a feast.
I think they're out there.
Yeah, they're there. They're recording. So if you have any questions, ask them. They will answer.
And has my guns loaded.
So Emirati officers, you can
Look at the screen and speak like a American person. Come on.
So first, so we have this open here, and you are seeing from video conference. So and you sent us the officers a few days ago. So how it will be helpful to securing the Opal.
Yes.
Is it an Emirati gun?
How can I use it next time?
Hey, it's an Emirati gun. Be careful of this gun. Last time we used it, it did not fire. It won't fire.
Please. Mansoor has asked a question to the online team, who are actually the cyber security people, and the question was, how are you going to take care of the Opal stone, being the cyber security people? So, somebody from the online team is supposed to open your heavenly mouth and answer.
Sorry, sir. Others were also said, so it's not clear, sir.
Yeah.
Sir.
There you go.
And sir, we can.
தேவையில்லாம ஆர்வ குரல்ல ஓடிட்டு இருந்தீங்கன்னா அவங்களுக்கு கேட்கவில்லை. அதான் சொல்றேன். So கொஞ்சம் அமைதியா. Yes.
So, sir, we can add some. Actually, sir, we have some laser, sir, which it will automatically do some alarm, and we have camera in the every part of this museum, sir. So he can't even get in, sir.
Is that a
But
good
we
answer
have
for you?
some.
Yeah, yes.
So he has laser focus and he says he has installed camera.
The laser.
And also, sir, while entering, sir, shall I speak?
Yeah. Yes, no.
Okay, sir. So while entering itself, all the members, like photos and their thumbprints are taken, so that even their like it's kind of forensics, and it's going to be like that. If anyone is touching the object, then the alarm starts, as we are also using the lasers. As soon as like because as we have the sensors to identify the persons also, so it will be easy to identify the persons.
Yeah, the good point. So, including the lasers to maximize the security of the Opal, and the and adding the camera to add in more security. So, I like that point.
Sir, please go ahead. Yes, sir. That's no, this is 3 hours for the exhibition.
What's wrong with you people?
There are lasers around it.
His biometrics are being jammed, and for this biometric the laser will not work.
Okay.
Come on, have some sense.
Okay. Come on, man. Yeah. How can I drop you guys?
Super.
Very good.
Guys, you said, come.
Next time you drop that gun.
Peter, is that gun functioning properly?
It is functional.
Yes.
Any other point of focus you would like to give for Mr. Mansoor so that we can have the conversation?
Sir, we have more additions, sir. Like we have some 50 jammers, sir. So no one can call from here and outside, sir. Because if someone can track the timing, then the laser will be off for maintenance, sir. So we have done that, sir. And jammer will be always on button for us, sir.
Yeah, the good point that including the jammer server, no one will contact any other person. So this will help to improve the security. Next one, please.
Okay, please. Now that Mansoor has got enough confidence from the live security and the cyber security, he has given the sanction for the people to stay inside the museum. Now, we are moving on to the next sequence where the most important event of this entire skit is going to happen. That is the climax. Dakshin Siddharth is now going to explain.
Sir, so In this scene, the police officers are waiting for something to happen, but nothing seems to happen. So initially, they get some suspicion whether Gopal is really here or not. So they go and they disable the razor and they take this out and see that there's no Opal inside, sir. So then they get alarmed and then they start thinking about something, sir. And what Opal said turns out to be true, sir. She shows some suspicious movements, sir. So then we call her and ask some questions, sir. And then she reveals the plan of Sher Malik. And then we come to know that, as written, there's a tunnel inside the museum. And in the secret chamber, actually, they placed the Opal, sir. So after getting bribed, they placed the Opal. After getting bribed, as per Sher Malik's instructions, they kept the Opal inside the chamber, sir. And they gave a false view that there's the Opal here. So the police team figures it all out and then they go to the secret chamber for the final place.
Okay, so it's better to have only those necessitated people to be in the sequence.
Sir, everyone is.
So actually, Opal is being stolen already.
Yeah, it's not here actually. It's in another room.
It was never here.
Yeah, it was never here. So then you saw some suspicious movements and.
We will handle you, we will take you out and we will handle you.
So, Balaji should be sitting like this?
Yes, sir. He is supervisor, sir.
நீங்க விருந்தங்களுக்கு பேசிட்டு இருக்க ஒரு எக்ஸ்பிரஷன்
Right, so we are coming to the last sequence of the skit and we will do as much as we could. So the online team, what will be the role of the online team?
Sir, again, sir, they are the cyber security people, sir. And we can have some ideas from them.
So cyber security people, you can alert Peter Robinson. Peter Robinson will have the walkie-talkie and you can alert Peter Robinson. And I need a walkie-talkie to listen.
Sir, here the scientific calculator, sir.
Scientific. Yes.
Sorry, here the calculator.
Huh?
Yeah.
So this will be the walkie-talkie device and you can communicate. Silence please, silence. Okay, and Aditya, we'll meet on Wednesday in the US batch. Bye. Bye. Right, so we are now continuing. 3, 2, 1, go.
Nice shape. Peter, I want to kill him.
Calm down,
Ask him to come here.
Calm down.
You calm down. I will
Super, chief. Super. Calm down.
What? Why are you pointing the gun towards me? Idiot. I recruited you and you are pointing the gun towards me.
He's a thief.
Cyber security, is everything alright? Do you have any suspicious actions or something? If you have so, please report through walkie-talkie. We got the museum director, we have got Officer Sultana, we got Officer Sophia here, Subramaniam is here, Karim is here, everybody. So you got any suspicious ailments?
Sir, 2 minutes, for 2 minutes the jammers will be turned off for maintenance, sir.
Are we really having a problem of turning it off because we are in a very serious condition? Can we not postpone the maintenance task for about 30 minutes or so because this is the time these guys are going to turn up?
Sir, but if we don't do that, the jammers will be not working, sir, for permanent. We do that because we have 50 jammers and it's have most, will do more sense, sir. Or we can do it like half of, sir, 25 first 2 minutes and another 50 for first 2 minutes, sir.
They want to go on a freeze and they want to do maintenance work.
But is it very much necessary because this time is going to be the one?
Yeah, they should witness me killing Sher Malik.
We should have some
They should have come here.
That's what I'm thinking as well.
The window is over. See, they descended and finished the window.
Yeah, he's right. Peter, why don't you do this? however they are going to switch off the jammer for some time. Ask them to switch off the laser light also for some time. Just check whether the Opal is there.
Yeah, I can very
Yes, sir.
No. I mean, although it is deactivated for your biometrics, for the law enforcement purpose, the officers will
No,
do
Opal
it.
is here. We don't know.
No, I think Miss Sophia is right.
No, we don't need to. We don't have to check it.
We
Why?
should
I understand that you are a very righteous officer, man. But at the same time, it is a law enforcement.
Then you know like that.
After museum director, you are telling me.
Yes, then you are not trusting us.
Yeah, we are trusting you.
Stop speaking after all. Why we
See.
Why do you irritate? I mean, why do you irritate the profession? What do you mean after all museum?
Because he is trying to
Who are you? He might be asking you after all you are a heart patient, very fine.
Yeah, please switch it off. We want to check.
Officer. Then, Baba, they tell James.
Yes.
Officer James, come in. Officer James, come in.
Sir, you don't have to.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, ma'am. Please excuse me. Calm down.
Down.
Officer James, as
Yes, sir.
as Mansoor's sister officer Sophia mentioned, deactivate the laser because we need to check the status of the Opal stone for the next 3 minutes. Can you do
Yes,
that?
Mr. James. Do it fast if you don't mind.
Please don't do it, James.
Calm down.
1. Stand up, sir.
Thank you, James. Okay. Wait.
I will take.
Wait. You are the head of this operation. You do it.
It's going to be here.
Hey, it's very small, yeah. I thought it would be.
No, Opal is gone.
What is it?
Ma'am, what happened, ma'am? You said that the Opal was right here.
Ma'am, I'm letting
Where is
you
it?
sit.
I knew it. I knew
Everybody.
it. I told you.
Everybody, the museum in charge of the gunpoint.
I told you.
Everybody's gunpoint.
What? I told you. Huh? What happened, bro? Come here, bro. Bring that.
Bring it.
Arrested.
Bring it. Under the investigation bulb.
Wait.
Madam, come here.
Under the investigation.
Come here, come, drag her. Give her one punch, ma'am, please.
Hey,
Indian police.
Officer
6
Naval
feet
was right.
away. 6 feet away.
Sir,
Social
take that,
distancing.
sir. Who will take your
Bullet will
protection?
travel, okay?
Officer Naval was
No
right.
protection.
He was always suspecting you, and I was backing you up, and I was defending you. So what has been the plan? Tell us.
How much did they pay? How much? How much?
They actually did not pay anything.
How much they pay?
They did not.
Where is the Opal stone? Okay, relax. Guns down.
We won't believe you, ma'am. Say the truth out.
Rehan, for one moment, can you take in charge?
Yeah, sure.
Guns down. He asked you how much did they pay.
Tell me how much.
You said that he did not.
We'll give you a better offer.
Where is the Opal? Look at.
Bro, it's all about business.
Look at Mansoor. He's frozen. He's devastated. He's down. His spine is broken because of this emergency. Everything happened.
I think he's going to die. Give him some time. Call the ambulance, please.
You are the expert for it.
Call the ambulance.
Hey, no, we don't need ambulance. We have senior heart
We
patient.
do no signal. Call is not going.
Okay.
James,
Oh,
come in.
he does,
James,
yeah, I didn't say
James, come and go, please.
James, come in.
James, come in.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Joker James, you deactivated the laser and the Opal is not here, man. It looks like the Opal was never here.
Oh, he have 50 jammers and high level protection over here. How will he know?
But Kid is not here, right? So that's not the point.
Then what is the point
Sir,
of?
can you give me some 5 minutes, sir, so I can check
You gave me 17 hours now. What are you doing now?
What protection did you do?
We don't believe you, James. Come on.
See, now the Opal stone is not here. It's stolen.
Yes,
More than Opal, he is expensive. Cover him first.
This is a way of
I
protecting.
think we have to speak business right here. What business? Who will give you a Where will you get the money? Which government will give him the money? They will give you more money than they offer. Ma'am, you tell us I will give you money.
If you people are going to scream around her, how she will laugh?
6 bullets.
Nobody speaks except the officer. Come on, speak.
We did not pay them anything. Okay, I will say anything.
Yeah. Looking forward for that.
So actually 2 days before, Shay Malik and his team came here.
Shemali came here.
Shay Malik
Oh, you have called me.
Yeah.
Oh, you already got a number now.
நீ பேசுமா மேடம்.
Peter, nothing is missing.
ஏய் ஃபோன் மேல உட்கார்ந்திருக்க.
Yes, phone is.
He's accusing that Opal.
Freeze. Vishnupriya Arun will speak focus. I don't want anybody to speak in English.
So 2 days back they came here and they just said that they blackmailed us with our director's brother. They pointed the gun on him and Nawab tried to cut his finger and he cut his finger. So that's where we went and we took the Opal and the gate.
How old is it? That boy, what did he do?
He's I guess 11 years old.
I think he will be looking like Subu.
The psycho got his fingers. Where's the Opal right now?
Oh,
Where's the Opal?
That's in their control.
I know that's a tiger. Made from Emirati. Go.
Okay, so.
It is so important that you want to blame the Emirati.
so freeze. Now that it is a very big, important, shocking news for all the officers that the Opal was not even here. So now, in the next sequence, we are straight away going to get the revelation of what has been happening and how all this has been possible. So, which obviously means we are going to Sheikh Malik and Nawab's hub, where the discussion is going on. So here, the present, what is the discussion?
Sir, you want the discussion or will you take away get from the class?
Straight away get.
Yes, sir. So, this is a secret chamber, sir. Sir, this is a secret chamber, sir. So, here the Opal is right in front of him, sir. So, as per their instructions, as per Sheikh Malik's instructions, Kalpita placed it here, sir, in the secret chamber. And he's here along with Nawab and Mujib. He can play Mujib, sir. So they are about to take the Opal, sir. Then all the officers, 3 officers come in, sir. Sophia, Swarup and Viman, sir. Sir?
Sumani
Yes, sir.
Sumani Sundana.
Sultan go to Suleiman. He has clean the end.
Sir, so Nawab will have the gunpoint at these 4 people, sir. And knife point, door point. Then I will come to you, sir, and Mujib and yourself will be at the center, sir. And I will be pointing the gun at you both, as I said earlier, sir. We will do all this.
And then
That's me. Hey, you are Mujib here, nephew. Sir, at this point of time, you will be appreciated. Because she was the one who made all the breakthrough for you, sir. She made it very easy for you to come here. So you say that you are my successor. Thank you. You don't trust Nawab anymore. You will carry my legacy forward. Okay, thank you.
Why?
Yeah. Okay, so on 19, this is the climax where Manikandan Sundaresan is Sheikh Malik. Wait பண்ணுடா சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கடா கேட்கறடா அவருக்கு. I don't want anybody to speak. Manikandan Sundaresan is Sheikh Malik, Nagaland Nawab, Hariharan, Mujib. Because Mujib was earlier played by Dakshin Siddharth, you might have watched that a couple of days back. But now Dakshin Siddharth has to play the main role of Vihan, and Vedavashan will play the main role of Swarup. Kirtana will play the main role of Lady Officer Sultana, and Mitra will be playing the role of Lady Officer Sophia. And Vishnupriya in this sequence is also one of the Lady Officers. So they are all going to come, but here the Opal is very much in front of Sheikh Malik, and he is appreciating Mujib, and Nawab observes, and there is a little bit of a kind of a frenzied discussion that is going on between the 3. And when that happens, the officers barge in. After the officers barge in, what is the first situation?
Yes, sir. After the officers barge
இங்கிருந்து வாங்க ஏன்னா இதுதான் கரெக்ட்.
Yes, sir. After the officers barge in, sir, so each and everyone has their guns ready, sir, ready to be triggered. So as I said, he will keep the other officers engaged, sir. I will make my way into the center and I will point the gun at you, sir. You will have Mujib to support. but drastically he turns and points a gun at you, sir. So he reveals that my name is Ramesh Ture, and I am an undercover officer. I killed Mujib and I have come in disguise to kill you. And then when it appears that we are about to lose, sir, we are about to catch you, what happens is that I turn and I shoot at his leg, sir. In the end, it turns out that I have betrayed the Indian SDF. And why did I do so? That is the reason.
So down the scene, that's very good. In the scene, you know the villain are the Peter.
Peter, I will send them the share
So,
the
that's won't the Indian STF recognize Ramesh Ture? Because Ramesh Ture used to work with them.
Yeah.
With them. So
Plastic surgery.
No, this is a joint operation. They know that he is Ramesh Ture.
oh, they knew.
They have planned even 2 months before he came to India actually. So everything they had, it was like he was entering a rat trap. But then in the end, all that will be revealed.
Waiting for God.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Another job here. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, looks like the entire world is in our palms.
Yeah.
You know what, Mujib, I really appreciate you. You have always been a trustworthy person. And looking straight into your eye, I would like to say, I have made all the decisions that I have made all the kinds of, all my mental faculties ready towards handing over the mantle of my successor to Mujib. So I'm really appreciating you for getting this open. And you have been really a pioneer in
No, stop. You serious or what?
Yeah, he's been a pioneer in shooting this.
This is stupid.
And
Harish, what do you say about me? Truly, you are stupid. What are you going to do?
You matter.
What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Kid? You're a kid. Okay, I'll shoot you right now. I'll stab you and then I'll shoot you. What do you do, huh? Other things. Something's not right. We are not even out of the.
come on.
We are not even out of the museum and yet.
Come out here. Listen to me, what I said. I am rewarding Mujib for the simple reason that he has been deceiving these 2 lethal officers, Vihan and Swaroop, so easily, which you have never managed to do in the past decade. Vihan has always been a charm towards you, Jerry, and you have never taken care of him. And Swaroop has been really clear enough. And you know what? Me and you made a mistake of hitting them on the wrong side. A couple of days back when they came here for an assassination, we have really killed them on the wrong side. And they became wounded tigers. Wounded tigers, very sharp and fast. And now they were really able to, the international press conference was able to believe them, man. Whatever the security that was given, the Mansoor, that guy, the MNC owner himself and the sister Sophia, they land it. I told you, land it. Carefully land it. Back in character. So, yeah, even that press conference, they made it so heavy that the foreign press conference reporters have started believing in them. And this guy.
What are you talking about? Something's wrong with you. What did he mind control you with some technology or something?
No, he did only one thing, which you did not manage to do. He got this to me. He got this Opal from Sheikh Mansoor to me. You are not supposed to touch it. And he lost the liberty of it. The only liberty that you have is your blood belonging. And I don't know what, I'm really having a bit of a problem in making myself convinced that you are still remaining as my brother. And
You're going to disown me because of this some little guy we've known for 10 days now?
He's not some little guy. He has got something so much big. He says being a little guy. It is
That's
not
one
the size.
place we did
It is
274 together.
It is not the size of the dog. It is the size of the fight into the dog. It's a small dog with a big fight. You're a big dog with a very, very small fight inside. You understand that? You are going to be my successor. You understand?
Thank you.
Okay, now I am going to book the flight tickets because anyhow the officers are going to fast approach. So they will think that they are
Hands up!
Hands up! Hands down! Hands down! Hey, you have it. Hey, you have it. You have it. You have it. Weapons down! 1, 2, 3. Stab him. What are you doing? Hey, give my knife. Leave my knife.
If you want to go off the
Weapons down.
bridge.
Come on, corner the ticket. Corner the ticket. Come on.
Don't call my brother again.
What are you going to do? Yeah, what are you going to do?
Okay, I will call
What are
him.
you going to do? What are you going to do? Missed it. You missed it. Shame on it. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Shut up.
Yeah. Wait a second. Do you want to know how we got here?
Officer, if you shut your mouth, we'll be able to answer. It's because of your foolishness these people have come.
My foolishness, what my foolishness? You was not looking at
You
this
are
guy. You.
It's between brothers. You are
What between brothers, sir? Here. I'll put up your right. Come here. Okay. So you want to know how we got till you? It was again the mistake of your brother.
Look what is going on. Look what is going on. Look where his gun is pointing.
You are the fool. I told you that girl is good for nothing. I will reveal everything. I'm a Ramesh Purohit. You are Ramesh who?
ஐயோ ராமா என்னை ஏன் இந்த மாதிரி கஷ்டப்படுத்த எவ்வளவு மாசான சீன் போட்டுட்டு இருக்கு ரமேஷ் துரைங்கிற பேரை எவ்வளவு மாசம் சொல்லணும் ஐஎம் ஏ ரமேஷ் துரை அப்படின்னா நேத்தனா ஜென்டில் மேன்ஸுங்களா எவ்வளவு மாசம் போயிட்டு இருக்கு திரும்ப ஐஎம் ஏ ரமேஷ் துரை ஆன்லைனுக்கு கரெக்டா பாருங்க ஏய் காரிட்ட வந்து கரெக்டா அவன் சொல்ல விடல அவன் எப்படி வந்தாங்க சொல்ல விட்டு அவன் வந்து ஐஎம் ஏ ரமேஷ் ஏன்னா 10th ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் படிக்கிற இன்னும் நேமுக்கு முன்னாடி வந்துட்டு ஏ வராதுங்கிறது உனக்கு தெரியாது ஐஎம் ஏ ரமேஷ் துரை என் கண்ணு அது அவளுக்கு கொடு இந்த இல்ல இது என்னோட கண்ணு அவ்வளவுதான் Look where he's pointing. Who are you?
Yeah, wait, I reveal everything.
Who are you? What's your
I am
name?
Ramesh Purohit. He is an undercover cop. And do you want to know how we got here? Do you remember the day when we got into your godown?
Yeah.
So when he snatched the gun from us,
அவனுக்கு மேல இருக்கு அவன் சொல்லிட்டு இருக்க போறான்
when you guys snatched the gun from us, we inserted a GPS device into your brother and we tracked him down all the way up to here. So if you are smart enough to do that, if you are smart enough to snatch a gun, so you are equally smart.
Hold. No matter what happens, hold on.
Sir!
Okay. I am not ready to hear. The Opal is here. Here, be my brother. If you are able to shoot both of us, and the Opal goes with us. You understand? Okay, Mr. Ramesh today. I will deal with you. One flight and coming back in another flight, myself and brother will be really enjoying tasting drop by drop blood of yours.
Sir, you will shoot, sir.
If you are not,
Come on,
Sir,
shoot us. Shoot us.
I'm not an officer. Wait, shut me up. Wait. I'm sorry. I've got to do one thing right now. Wait. Get back. Get down. Get down.
Mr. Swaroop.
You
Hello,
Virat.
Okay, get back. Get back, come check whether the gun is loaded or not.
It has always been a recurring dream that I will be presenting the Opal to my younger little brother. And I have done that. And Vihan,
Ramesh sir.
I have a smoke bomb right here. So I think you've got to be ready. Yeah, let's just meet us and let's go away. Come on.
let's go.
We have the opal, right? Where's the opal? Bro, where's the opal? Hey, Ondra, that guy. I'm not going to kill you, bro. You're my friend. No, don't kill me, please.
Swaroop! And all the media people are watching. Vihan, the finest crop of India. Nawab, the most lethal criminal and peace master. And Sher Malik. Sher Malik, the biggest peace master that the world has ever seen. And Mrs. Swaroop, the darling police officer of all the digital police head. And Vihan, the best friend. Mr. Swaroop, would you like to ask any question?
He's going definitely.
Definitely. Sorry, I didn't hear you. What?
Definitely.
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 Okay. I'm not your friend right now. So, I don't
Let
care.
it cheat.
Thank you. Thank
No,
you.
he speaks too much. What? Come on. I mean, see, you know, don't you ever get the rebirth of a younger brother because you keep on. Hello?
Okay, you die out of faith. Come on.
You do it. Yeah. Do your honors. No.
Okay, come on, let's not kill him. Let him suffer with the pain. Come on.
No. My brother has asked and I would like to exchange this.
Okay. You know what? I'm not even going to kill him. I am going to, however. Yeah, carve out his face like a goddamn child. Yeah, come on. Do that, bro. Come on. Yeah. Was that enough? Really? Hello for your hand. Yeah. Yeah, just shoot them. Shoot the hand.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
Let me do the finishing honors.
No, don't kill him, please. No, don't kill him. He's just unconscious. Right? Go and tell to the Indian police that I have betrayed them. Come on.
Collect all the cards. Officer Karim, Officer Sultana, Museum Head, Sophia, the sister of Mansoor, and Officer Subramani, and we have Mansoor backing.
Shake.
Sheikh,
Get up.
come on.
Come on.
Come here.
What is it, Shake?
Hey, let's take care of the Sheikh. Come here.
Come here. Come here. Shall we kill her? No person has.
I will leave it to you.
Just listen to me, Sher.
I will leave it to you.
Kill me. Don't kill my brother.
Are we killing him now?
What shall we do?
What shall we do, Mr. Sir?
Shall we kill him? Bro, how are you, bro? What happened? They will die.
Okay. Alright, strike. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, put a couple of bullets on his legs. Let's go, guys. Beyond.
Okay, come on.
No, let's go.
The officers might be closing in. Come on.
Wow. What a sacrifice being down mentioned. Good job, everybody. Good job. Thank you for the girls who have been really helping us.
Yeah.
Kirtana, Vishnupriya and Kirtana, thank you so much for helping us. Good job, very good job. So, the skit called as Green Opal is officially complete and we enjoyed really well, thank you so much. And the chapter 2 of this Opal, Green Opal, that is left to Dakshin, whenever the plot is ready, we will go for it.
So last year the same September we did that police picture again. We fell down like this high picture.
That's correct.
And Nagarjuna was the villain for that.
Side villain, not even the main villain.
Okay, ready? Now, let us take all the chairs and put it up in horseshoe shape, semicircle shape. There we go. Semicircle shape and go close to the online team. We are going to have a small discussion.